all the nations had to meet to discuss what to do with the world, as the world has been drastically changed. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. On today's video, we're going to continue our World War III scenario, and now we're at the peace treaty. It'll be separated into a few different Americas. I guess maybe North Africa, like this, East Africa, and Central Africa. Then we'll do the Middle East. Then there's India, and they can also have these two nations done once we do China. And then we'll do Russia, Belarus, and Serbia in the same treaty, just because there's a few minor nations there. So let's begin the peace treaty. Guyana gained some land, some border territories from Suriname, and border territories from Venezuela. And Brazil annexed the part of Venezuela that goes down like that. And Colombia annexed into Venezuela. Not a lot, but still significant. Venezuela and Suriname are made into puppets to be rebuilt. Same with what happens to Honduras and Nicaragua, with America annexing Cuba. Because, well, why not do that again? And let's go to and also Venezuela is forced to be demilitarized to an army of no greater than 50,000 men. Well, now let's go to Africa, and there's two treaties. The North Africa, which includes Chad, Niger, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Mali, Western Sahara, Algeria, and Libya, and we'll be done with them. So let's see how the peace treaty goes. Because, well, they need to be rebuilt, is what their excuse is. No lands annexed by these nations, simply because it wouldn't make much sense. Mauritania annexed southern Western Sahara. Morocco annexed the northern part. Tunisia annexed part of Libya and parts of Algeria, with Morocco annexing a big chunk of Algeria, and Egypt annexing some border territories from Libya. Well, let's go to the next part of the treaty. The South African front. Lands from Ethiopia. Mostly the Somali inhabited lands, with high percents of Somali. Djibouti annexed a bit of land from Ethiopia and a bit of land from Eritrea. I don't know what it is, realistic. And the very southern part of Sudan was gave to South Sudan. Yes. And well, Egypt annexed some lands from the north. Darfur was created, Sudan lost that. Ethiopia lost Tigray region in exchange for keeping their independence and not being occupied. It's really hard to occupy a lot of nations. And well, let's go to the Middle East. And this will include Central Asia, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. And Armenia. So let's see the peace treaty. Pakistan, Kashmir, and some border territories. Kuwait annexes some land, Iraq's coast, and a bit of Iran, with Israel doing very controversial things that I'm sure made the full internet mad at them, including me. They decided to annex Lebanon. Yeah, they deserve something for that. And well, Azerbaijan annexed the areas of Iran with a lot of its areas, with Turkey annexing a small strip of land along Iraq and Syria's coast. Saudi Arabia annexes a bit of Iraqi territory. America decides to annex the oil-rich region of Iran. What a surprise. And Saudi Arabia gets this land. So there will be no, with Saudi Arabia also annexing all Yemen, but they decided to only occupy Iraq, Syria, and Armenia, because occupying Pakistan, Afghanistan, or Iran would prove too hard because it's such a big nation. Well, let's go to China's peace treaty. It's not going to be the harshest one, but it's not going to be the least harsh one. Along with Tibet and Xinjiang being created independent. And well, you can see parts of Myanmar were taken with a Myanmar puppet being created, and so on. You can see this is what the world's like so far. But now for the last peace treaty. And also, China is restricted to an army of less than 500,000. Yeah. That's what they're restricted to. This area is occupied by the West and eventually going to be gave to Taiwan. This area was broke apart to, well, make sure China had less resources to make it harder for them to rise in the future. But what we have left is the Russian peace treaty. And also, if this video gets 100 likes, I'll make it so there's a season 2. If not 100 likes, if this video gets 10 likes and 100 views, I will make a season 2. And well, that would be Road to World War IV. And now for the peace treaty for this video, but we just need to do one more thing, which is they back out of some occupations, such as Libya, Algeria, and yeah, that's just for now. And they plan to back out of more areas. But for now, they don't. Well, please like and subscribe to see if, because there might be a season 2 for World War IV if you're lucky. And well, that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye, guys!